Repetition!
Hey YouTube, Dogregician84 here. I thought I'd take some time out of uploading the Ultimate Championship and the Endurance to basically redo a video that I did twice a while ago. I redid it the first time because I deleted the original video, I guess, to avoid drama, even though I don't think it was necessary. And the second time is because, well, I've lost the other version of this video, of course, so here I am, and as you can tell from the title, I'm going to be talking about why I don't and won't play meta. Now, every now and then, there is someone who will say that I'd do well with a meta deck, or tries getting me to play meta, which is something that has happened on and off, like, ever since I first started playing in tournaments, really. Well, maybe not since then, but just maybe the last 15 years or so. And it's something that I'm getting really sick and tired of, to be honest. Because, well, everyone should know that I'm not exactly the biggest fan of meta. I mean, I don't hate all meta decks, but most of the time, there's just meta that's just so annoying and boring and stagnant and just ruins the game for other people. There's just, like, unlike meta from way back in the day, there's just too many in the game now that just do things that don't let anyone play, and I don't want to be that guy who does the same thing, basically. Other than that, there's a few reasons why I don't play meta. Now, it has been said that I make things harder for myself by not playing a meta deck. Well, maybe, but that's not necessarily true. I mean, like, I've played in tournaments for 19 years. I'm perfectly capable of winning games, even tournament games, without meta, or even anti-meta. Like, I've had my fair share of success with original non-meta decks. Like, I even won tournaments with non-meta decks over the years. Maybe not that many, but I did win them, and those wins prove that I don't need meta to win, and I sure as hell don't need it to enjoy the game. Otherwise, like, I have topped with original non-meta decks. The other thing is, like, I'm really not that bothered about trying desperately to win tournaments anymore, because I've done everything that I wanted to achieve, basically. So, I'd rather just have a good time with whatever I enter with. But more on that later. I'm actually going to get into the more specific reasons why I don't play meta. Like, first of all, it's boring and unoriginal. Now, I know a lot of meta players won't agree with me when I say that, but it is, though. Like, there's just thousands upon thousands of cards and loads of decks in the game, yet competitive players just play the same thing, and I don't want to do that. I prefer to do my own thing and play my own thing and just be different. And I generally don't prefer not to copy what other people are doing. In this case, just stick with Dark Magician and Heroes, and just stick with them with every passing format, rather than play something that I'm just not going to enjoy and will just end up getting bored of. Because even if I did play one, I could get some easy wins with meta. That's another thing I should have said. I could play a meta deck if I wanted to, and do well in tournaments and get easy wins with them. But I just choose not to. And I know, depending on whichever meta deck I do play, I'm just going to get bored of it. I mean, I even got bored of decks that aren't even meta, yet they got too competitive. The decks being Destiny Heroes, Elemental Hero, Divine Neos, Galaxy Photon. What else did I get bored of? Noble Knights, Raid Raptors. Basically them. Now, although some of those are some of my favourite decks of all time, I just got bored of playing them because, like I said, they just felt too competitive for my tastes and was just getting too many easy wins with them. That's also why I stopped playing Spirals about 5 years ago. They were just too competitive for my taste back then. So I'd just rather play something more fun and original. Which brings me to the next reason. It goes against my way of dueling. Just playing decks that just don't let anyone else play. Usually meta. See, I have this never-ending goal in Yu-Gi-Oh!, and that is to keep the game original, and do that by playing nothing but fun, original, rogue, non-meta decks. If I did play meta, then that would just defeat the whole point of the goal. And I guarantee that if I did start playing nothing but meta, then hardly anyone will want to play against me. Alright, maybe competitive players would, but most of my friends who play casuals just wouldn't want to, and quite frankly I wouldn't blame them, to be honest. That's pretty much it for that one. Plus, the other thing is, even if I did want to play meta, meta decks and meta cards are too fucking expensive. It could take ages to put together the cards I'd want for a competitive deck. Especially when getting hold of this really high rarity meta card that I want to play 3 copies of, or should play 3 copies of. they just cost too much. Like, there is also the fact that I'd need to learn how to play it first, but provided I did, they're just too expensive, and I don't want to fork out like hundreds of pounds just for one deck. Like, especially now, since again, I'm trying to save up for my wedding, but it's not easy at the moment. This is also a reason why it's really annoying when people try and get me to play Digimon or just random games on Xbox Live, like even ones that I'm not interested in. And it's just like, I don't want to play this. I don't have the time, patience, or even the money. And I wish people would stop asking or trying to get me to play these games. But that's another subject entirely. The other thing is, and this ties into another reason, is that meta decks are an easy target for the ban list. Sure, not all meta decks get hit, even though they really should, but yeah, whatever meta deck I'm playing could end up getting hit really hard. Like a play set of, like this card that I have a play set of, which took a lot to get hold of, could cost me a lot, and it could end up getting banned or limited, and then as a result I would have wasted my money. It's like, great, what the fuck am I supposed to do with these? So yeah, again, it just makes it not worth it, which is another reason why I'm perfectly happy with the decks I have. Especially Dark Magician, Elemental Eos and Rainbow Neos. Like, I can just carry on playing with them with each passing format as if nothing happened. Because, yeah, the decks I play just never get hit. Well, except that one time 10 years ago when Stratos got unfairly banned. But again, that's another story. So yeah, that's the beauty of playing fun, original, non-meta decks. They never get hit, or at least hardly ever get hit, so I can just happily keep on playing them with each passing format, rather than be one of those players that just changes deck with each passing format. That's anyway. And there's two other key things which play a part in why I don't play meta decks. Like, I don't even play in tournaments anymore. Or rather, I permanently retired from them anyway, therefore I don't even care about the competitive side. Alright, yes, I'm playing in them right now, but but I want to remind everyone that I'm currently on a temporary return, because there's been some unfinished business, and there's just one left, which is to defeat Jude in a match. Once that's done, I'm going back into tournament retirement for good, and for real this time, and because there'll be no longer any reason for me to play in tournaments. So yeah, I'm not in this for the long haul, so I just don't see the point in picking up a meta deck if I'm just not going to keep it forever, you know? So I'm better off just sticking with what I have. So yeah, I'm not in competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! For the long haul. So yeah, it just makes it pointless to pick up meta. So Yeah, while it's harder to win tournaments with non-meta decks, at the same time, that's what makes it more interesting. You just don't know what will happen. Like, nobody can say how the result of a match or even a tournament will go until it's been done. Anything can happen. Plus, I like to think I'm well prepared for competitive decks anyway. Of course, it is an issue when I don't fucking draw into my sided cards. But hey, at least the options are there. Yeah. I will never toss aside the decks I have for meta. No way, no how, not gonna happen. Yeah, that's just me. Of course, that doesn't mean I'm not going to stop anyone else playing meta. I mean, if you want to play meta, that's your business. That's up to you. But I wouldn't touch meta with a stick. No way. Screw meta. Originality for the win. And all the way. And that's all I've got to say about that. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Dark Magician YouTube channel.